In this system, the top equation is in what we call standard form, something x plus something y equals a number. The second equation is x equals negative 3y. Because the second equation is x equals something, the simplest way to solve it would be to use the substitution method. So because x equals 3y, well, negative 3y, wherever we see x in the top equation, we can replace that with negative 3y. So we can rewrite the top equation, and in place of x, we're going to put negative 3y. And it's going to have to be multiplied by the negative 2, so we have to make sure we put it in parentheses when we substitute. And then we'll copy the rest of the equation. So plus 4y equals 40. Now if we multiply negative 2 times negative 3y, negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. So we'll get 6y. And then our next step is we can combine like terms. 6 plus 4 is 10. So we'll get 10y. And then our last step to get y isolated would be to divide by 10. And we get y equals 4. Now, don't just stop there. We're actually only halfway done with the problem because in a system of equations, we want x and y. And sometimes in some crazy problems, even z. But we're just doing x and y. So now that y equals 4, what we can do is we can substitute that 4 into either equation to solve for x. However, if we're looking at the equations, the top one looks a little more complicated than the bottom equation. You can use either, but I think it would be easier to plug 4 into the bottom equation because then you'll just have to multiply. So we're going to rewrite that bottom equation and substitute our y value in. So we'll have x equals negative 3 times the y value that we found, which was 4. And then negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. So we have our y value and we have our x value. And make sure you're always writing your solution x comma y. So 4, oh, see, I messed up. So you would write negative 12 comma 4. To make sure that you got the answer right, you're also going to want to do a check. So to check this, we're going to have to use both equations to see if we got the answer right. So let's substitute negative 12 in for x in both equations and 4 in for y in both equations. So kind of running out of room, so I'm going to do my check above that. So the top equation would be negative 2 times negative 12 plus 4 times our y value, which was 4, equals 40. Now negative 2 times negative 12 is positive 24. 4 times 4 is 16. And then if we add 24 and 16, we get 40, which is indeed equal to 40. So that half of the check worked, but we actually have to check both equations because it's possible to make a mistake and then plug that mistake into one equation and have it work. However, if you have the right answer, only the right answer will work in both equations. If you have a mistake, it might work in one equation but not the other. So let's check the second equation. So it's x equals negative 3y. So negative 12 equals negative 3 times 4. And this one's pretty simple. If you multiply negative 3 times 4, you get negative 12. So it checks out. All right, thanks for watching.